But then you can link it to, let's say, someone in the physics and material space. Why don't we use more recyclable material that is cheaper to use? So yes, I get it.
So it's going to come from multidisciplinary approaches.
So this is more of the rounded child approach.
Yeah. So
not the knowledge retention approach.
Yeah. So now you've hit the middle, and if you look at the IB, the International Baccalaureate, it was initially designed way back by someone who I admire immensely. There was 5 or 6 people that pulled it together, and Kurt Hahn was one of those people. And he saw education as being much more than just delivering subject. So he put community service into it. He put the idea of critical thinking and thinking skills, which was outside subjects. You develop the critical thinking and thinking skills. He personally developed the idea of outward bounds. So you take kids out of their classroom into the big outside, and we learn about the science,
right,
but in nature, where it is applied. So they had all these ideas, and these are going back many, many years. And that was what the IB formed. And then when you come down to a little bit further down, you have systems that, educational system that says knowledge is important, but citizenship and your place in the society and the community is as important. And then when you look at the South American education systems, you sort of understand why the South American countries are the way they are. So, for example, something happens in South America, and we'll see on the news, the people are in the streets demonstrating. And to someone who doesn't quite understand that, they're like, oh, look, the people are on the streets again. Oh, there's protests and riots. That's part of their education system. You as a human being have the responsibility to make the changes.
Right.
In England, someone makes it for me higher up there. My job is to remember and learn stuff. In the South American system, it's as much about citizenship and being a part of that community. So they emphasize that.
Where does the American system fit in?
The Americans, well, I've got to be careful here. So I have been at an American school, the American International School of Bolivia. Where does it fit in? It's like the, can I say this?
Yeah.
It's like the British system. It's like the British system, but doesn't quite go to that same level of knowledge and advancement in the subject.
Okay, so let me kind of break that down. So you're saying it doesn't go to the level of sharing that level of detail of knowledge in a subject with the student.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even go to the level of accessing or requiring the student to retain or test the retention of that knowledge.
Yeah, it's a little more holistic. So as a consequence of their education system, a university degree, undergraduate in America, is 4 or 5 years. In the UK, it's 3 years. Because the system in the UK is designed to have someone who is already at an advanced level in their study come in.
But I'll flip that. The total years are the same because you have 13 years in the Cambridge education system, because you've got O levels till 11, and then 12 and 13 is A levels.
Yeah.
In the American, you have 12 of high school and 4 of college. You still end up with
it's the same number, which is why A levels are called advanced study. They're equivalent to the first year of university, but the idea is you do them in school.
So someone going to the Cambridge system and doing A levels and then going to an American college is actually wasting a year.
Not necessarily. So university in Miami will give you credit for your A levels.
Right.
So you generally skip the first year.
Right.
If you've got A-level maths, you get to skip Maths 101. So it's not necessarily a wasted year.
So so now you've got the American, which is not going in as deep functionally, and is not requiring you to retain as much as the British system.
Yeah. But they're very similar. Very, very, very similar.